morning everybody, happy Thursday. Hope you're all having a lovely week. It's the third morning in a row I've managed to get the girls out the house in the morning for a nice long walk with their new scooters. However, that said, I'm a little worried that I've made the wrong choice on the scooters. They looked really good, especially Felicity's. Felicity's, I was like, I think that that's going to be a really good scooter. And they are good scooters if you remain, they found this little park, if you remain on smooth ground. So if you take it on, so the other day we went for a walk and we went along a road, and the road wasn't like a tarmac road, and Felicity's scooter was dreadful. And today I just taken them for a walk along the canal path, which is also, you know, it's not tarmac, so it's not 100% smooth, and the scooters are rubbish. So we've had to come off the canal and find like a cycle walking path. And I think that if they're on their scooters, I'm going to have to find walks that are cycle tracks like this, because they're really clunky. They just sort of rattle. Well, not so much Sienna's, but Felicity's especially is really rattly. And I think it's because I went for a folding one, so I think it's the folding mechanism that rattles. So maybe I didn't make the best choice on scooters for long walks. My plan was that we could, you know, go on the canal, go for walks everywhere, but I think maybe the sort of scooter I bought Riley, a stunt scooter, would have been better for that. You have to take it in turns. Sienna's just fallen off hers as well, now has matching grazes on her hand to Felicity. I was like, you just wanted to match your sister, didn't you? That's what it was. You were like, oh, I just want to match my sister. But yeah, I don't know. I think they're okay, like I said, if you go on nice smooth ground, but anything slightly rough, and they don't work very well. This park is made for like 3-year-olds, girls. So Sienna's goes along quite well, whereas Felicity's, you can hear her coming. It's super rattly, and that's on this ground. So the only time it's silent is if you're on like fresh, smooth tarmac. Yeah, I thought I'd got a really good buy with Felicity's. It was £50 and that had £10 off. It was RRP 60. And I thought, yeah, this is going to be a brilliant scooter. It looks really robust. It looks like it's going to be really great. And now I'm having regrets. They found another park. That was a tiny little park. Now they're in the bigger park. But we are 5,000 steps into my 10,000 step target. I do often wish I had maybe a drone so I could see up there onto the roof, because every year we get birds nesting, as you can tell by the amount of bird poo on the side of the house. And every time I come out the back door, which is directly below, I disturb them and they start squawking, and then the mummy bird flies off. She'll be back in a second because she's just flown off. And then she comes back a few minutes later with a worm or, you know, whatever else she's managed to pick up. And I hear her feeding the babies, but obviously I can't see. I'd so love to be able to like have a little, you know, a bird's eye view of what's going on up on the top of the house. I do think that I must just disturb them, because it's when I open the back door that they go crazy and start squawking. And then, yeah, I always see the mummy bird appear up on the gutter and she flies off and then comes back with some worms. And yes, this is yesterday's washing that I'm only just bringing in. I didn't get back last night until it was dark, and then I checked the weather forecast. I was like, do I want to go outside in the dark and bring in the washing, or should I just check if it's going to rain? And it wasn't going to rain, so I left it out all night. So now it's got that, it's been left out overnight smell, but never mind. Hopefully I can get another load out and dry today. You hear the birds, girls? Yeah. You hear the babies? I just watched the mummy bird. She just came out and then she flew off, and then she came back with a worm, and then she flew off again. Did she actually? Yeah, if you keep an eye, she'll come back in a minute. and then you'll hear the babies squawking and she'll feed them up there. I was saying, wouldn't it be nice if we had like a drone or something so we could fly it above and then you'd be able to see the babies. Pardon? Drones are a lot more than £30.
They're like 199.
Have you eaten your leftover cottage pie?
Yeah, but...
Oh, there you go. You hear them? It's us disturbing them because the mummy hasn't come back. But they hear us and then they go wild. Proper noisy, aren't they?
Yeah,
hopefully.
2 nests up there.
There's a what? Oh, oh no, there's mummy, look. She just flew back out. She must have came back when we weren't looking. That was why they were squawking, because she must have brought them back some food. And then she flies off, gets some more food, and then flies back. And then you'll hear her.
I'm still hungry.
I'd love to watch it though, wouldn't you? I know, I was saying, we just had leftover cottage pie, but there wasn't very much. So you can have something else as well.
Like what?
I don't
Popcorn.
know. I don't know.
Wait, can I make me and Sienna one of those?
Do you know what? She's not going to stop thinking about that popcorn until you've had some, are you? Go on, have some popcorn then.
Wait,
that's what you really want. Oh, look, listen. Hear him? Wait for mummy to come back. I wonder if there's... Oh, look. Oh, there's another... I reckon there's more than one nest up there.
No, I think there's 2 or 3.
One flew off that way, and then another one's just flown off that way. So I reckon there's several nests up there with several mummies all working hard to fill their babies' bellies.
One of those cheese wrap things in the toaster machine.
In the toaster machine, not the toaster.
Yeah.
Because last time we tried to make it in the toaster,
Let's go.
We nearly caught fire to the toaster. Yeah, you did, to be fair. She likes making those wraps and then you fold over and she puts it in the toasting machine. And I was like, oh, don't worry about the toasting machine. I'll just put it in the toaster. And then it got stuck and then it was smoking. And I was like, oh yeah, should have done what Lissy said. Should have put it in the toasting machine. Special trip over to Asda to return the sandals that I ordered for Felicity that I keep forgetting to bring with me every time we come to the shops. So let's get these returned and then we need to go and buy some compost, which I think is cheaper at Aldi, which is en route home. And then we can plant your raspberry plant, can't we? Get that planted. Got a few plants in Asda and I just picked up 2 packs of bedding plants in Aldi and a thing of compost. And hopefully we can get our flower bed started this weekend if the cats don't destroy it straight away.
Hopefully not.
But we need to get a few things for dinner.
What's this meant to be?
I am absolutely...
No.
Yeah, but why is it weird like that?
Wait,
I think it goes inside. That's it. It goes inside.
So it can be like that?
That's it. Like the one you've got at home. You've got one of those ones at home, haven't you?
Or this bit can go inside.
Oh, look, there's another one of those drinks. Different flavour.
Oh.
You didn't like the candy floss one though, did you?
That one's bubble gum.
Oh. I have a feeling that's not going to be very nice either.
No, I think the candy floss was the worst.
Yeah, the candy floss one wasn't nice at all, was it?
Or it could be a little cow.
Yeah, or it turns around the other way.
Oh my god, they have a chick as well.
This is all bits left over from Easter.
Yeah.
Right, come on then. When it comes to gardening and plants, I have not got the foggiest idea what I'm doing. I just look at the picture. If I think it looks pretty, I will then look on the back to see when it will flower from and until, and then I'll just buy it if I think it looks nice. So I've probably made some mistakes, and this is nowhere near enough plants for the flower bed. So this is the flower bed, currently covered obviously in the net to stop the local cats from using it as a toilet. And it's bigger than you think. So when you start planting, you're like, oh wow, we need about 4 times the amount of plants. But we went for these in Asda. These were on 3 for £5. So we got 3 of this one and 3 of this one. And then these were from Aldi, and they're not looking too brilliant. But I'm hoping once they go in the ground, they'll be okay. They're just Oh yeah, we've got a raspberry tree.
What are we gonna do like this?
Currently, she's eating the raspberries we just bought in a punnet, but we're hoping to grow some of our own. But yeah, those were £1.89, so we'll see how they go. And that's the raspberry plant that we bought in Asda a couple of days ago. That was only £4, and it's already got the starts of some raspberries on it. So I'm going to get that in a pot now, and then I think I'll probably plant the rest of this tomorrow, because the day is ticking, and I've got quite a fair few things I need to do in the house. They're going to need quite a lot of water for this, so you're going to have to fill the watering can. It's right there behind you. Do this. Right, so you need to be a bit careful because it's, if you look, the stem is all prickly. So we'll try and take it out without getting prickled by the stem. Oh, it's quite stuck in there. Okay. Right. If you hold it there where it's leafy, you won't get spiked. Oh, you need to go even deeper. Oh, and a bit deeper. Squish it in.
That should be good.
And if you pat all the compost around the sides. Oh, I might need to put a bit more on top. More scoops.
Especially around this side.
Yeah, and then if you grab the watering can that you've just filled up,
Yeah.
and then you can water it in.
So a lot around this side.
Yeah, some of this compost is a bit lumpy.
That would say good.
Right, you grab your watering can and then you can water it. Okay.
Ah!
Is it heavy?
No.
Loads of water.
Get right down there.
Yeah.
That looks good.
Perfect. Now what we'll do is we'll put this in the back garden.
Back garden, but these bits need to come off.
No, those sticks are there to keep it upright.
No, this.
Oh yeah, that does.
And there's one at the top.
Well no, we'll leave them on. We'll take this one off the top. I think we'll leave that one for now because it's holding the sticks in place.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we'll take the top one off. There we go.
Okay, so we put that in the back garden. But I quickly watered these
the plants. Also, water the ones we've just bought, love.
These ones. Them ones.
Oh, just enough. And then we'll get all of these planted tomorrow, or you can do it with Poppy on the weekend.
Poppy.
The moment that I've been waiting for has just happened. Kev has just witnessed a cat come into the garden, go to go on the flower bed, and then have to realise it's not its toilet anymore. I've been so waiting for this moment. I said the other day, didn't I, when you put the net on, I was like, I can't wait to see the cats. Can't wait to see them come up and realise, no, you cannot use this as a toilet.
They normally sit there and watch the trees.
They do.
Well, so they can't sit
Yeah,
and watch the birds.
that's the other thing they do. Whilst, you know, like how men go to the toilet on their phones? Well, whilst these cats are going to the toilet, they're watching for their next meal. They watch the birds in the tree. And they won't be able to, well, they can sit on the gravel and watch the birds, but they can't get directly underneath the tree anymore because they can't get into the flower bed. But dinner segment, we are having chicken and halloumi flatbreads. So we've got chicken marinated in Greek yogurt, paprika, cumin, salt, pepper and lemon juice. I've diced up some new potatoes, which I'm going to put some garlic butter seasoning, which we get from the farm shop, on those, put them in the air fryer, and I'm just chopping up the vegetables to make coleslaw, and we're going to have that with a salad. I managed to get the last 2 packets of flatbreads in the shop earlier on. Thank the Lord. I've just said to Kev, he's just going from work, and I said, today, I don't know what has got into Sienna, but she has not been herself. She's been a little bit emotional, she's been very clumsy, she's hurt herself twice, she's been a bit spiteful, just, you know, she's just not being herself. And then, what time do you reckon she was up this morning?
I don't reckon, I know, it was 6:10.
She was up at 6:10. She got, my alarm goes off at 7, which is just a couple of minutes after Kev leaves for work. So he gets up at 6 and then gets himself ready and has breakfast, or I don't know what you do, have a cup of coffee. Have a cup of coffee, scrolls on his phone, gets ready, goes to work.
It's the only time of the day that it's quiet.
Yeah, it is.
Like normally sit down and just have a coffee.
Oh, the grate's over there. But that's why I say to you that I'm at night time, I don't go straight to sleep, because when it's quiet, it's like, oh, this is nice. I just want to soak up this moment. But Kev has that moment in the morning. He gets up at 6, soaks up the quiet, not this morning, and then I get up at 7, or I wake up at 7. I don't jump out of bed with, you know, a spring in my... Kev does. The second Kev's alarm goes off, he's up. He's like that, out of bed. That takes me a good hour. A good hour before I'm actually out of my bed and getting ready for the day. But anyway, she was up at 6:10, and I know that from just the way she's been today.
She told
but
me,
that doesn't...
One of the first things she said to me this morning?
What?
I get to sleep in your bed tomorrow.
Yeah, they're both excited. They're having a night each in bed with me, because Kev's away tomorrow to his brother's stag do. Reese's first ever, it's his first ever stag do, but it'll be his first ever night out. He's done Bristol with Bella, hasn't he? But
Yeah,
not like an out
No,
night.
they were in bed watching Police Interceptors by half 10.
They went back to their hotel and was watching Police Interceptors. But it's his first night out somewhere that's got a bit of something going on, and he's the youngest by a couple of decades.